Donald Trump and Elon Musk are about to fire 83,000 additional employees of the Department of Veterans Affairs. 1 in 3 people who work for the federal government are veterans themselves. And this comes on the heels of them firing 1,400 employees, some of whom were working on things like the Veterans Crisis Line for suicide prevention. And that was followed by Elon Musk and Donald Trump's new Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Doug Collins, embarrassing himself by coming out on social media and bragging about canceling hundreds of contracts, saying that they're saving like $1 billion at the VA, only for journalists to figure out that some of the contracts that were being canceled had to do with things like suicide prevention. Now, they're canceling all of these contracts and firing tens of thousands of workers at a time when demand for VA services, healthcare, and benefits are rising because veterans who served in Iraq, Afghanistan, Vietnam, Korea are getting older. And as you age, you need more healthcare and benefits. And after decades of fighting for coverage for things like Agent Orange exposure and burn pit exposure, President Biden just passed and signed the PACT Act, which has made so many more veterans who've had these health conditions that were denied and not treated by the VA. Now they're eligible for benefits. This is a good thing. So these veterans are just getting into the VA system as Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and Secretary of Veterans Affairs Doug Collins are sabotaging it from inside. So look, if you want to learn more about the leaked memo that went to government executive, go to govexec.com and look for this article right here. And if you want to fight back, go to 5calls.org or download the 5Calls app onto your phone. These tools will help you connect with your members of Congress, your representatives in the House, and your 2 senators so that you can file complaints. You can basically say, hey, this is my opinion as your constituent. You need to make sure that Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and Secretary of Veterans Affairs Doug Collins aren't sinking the ship, sabotaging it from within, and destroying the Department of Veterans Affairs, the healthcare and benefits system that millions of veterans depend on. And now I know I'm going to see in the comments people saying, oh, why only veterans? Why is it that you only care when veterans' benefits get cut? Didn't all these veterans vote for Trump? Do you see these books behind me? People who read books don't vote for Trump. So don't pull that shit of thinking that I'm a white guy with a beard, so I must have voted for Trump. Now it's fuck around and find out time. No, the reason we fight for veterans is because veterans fought for our country. And, by the way, the Department of Veterans Affairs is the only example of socialized medicine here in the United States, and it works really fucking well. And the only way that Americans are going to get better healthcare is if they get healthcare that looks like the VA system. So if the VA is destroyed, no American is going to get a right to better healthcare. And secondly, Republicans actually respond to pressure when it comes to veterans issues. So if we get a win here, if we can stop them from firing 83,000 people from the Department of Veterans Affairs, from cutting benefits, cutting access to healthcare for veterans, if we get that win, we make the Trump-Musk administration weaker on every other issue. If we can stop them from fucking over veterans, it's going to be harder for them to fuck over the LGBTQ community and women and immigrants. It's going to be way harder for them to cut things like Medicare and Social Security. And the tool that I'm recommending to you, 5calls.org or the 5Calls app, that is a tool that you can use for any issue that you care about. So fight for veterans, and we'll keep fighting for you. If you want to learn more about how veterans are fighting against this fascist regime, check out my Substack, On Offense with Chris Goldsmith. That's onoffense.substack.com. And you'll be among the first to hear about these ways that you can help to fight back against this fascist regime.